Metal. We talked to the filmmakers who have put together a series for Hulu premiering this week called Into the Void. Our executive producer, Mike DiGiorgio, he'll be famous soon. He talked to them and found at least 2 local connections to their story.
There's always a Western New York connection.
There always is.
You know? And then we're going to clear some space for an acrobatic demonstration. Tykes Theater for Kids this weekend will host Cirque Us Stories, an acrobatic family show. A couple of the athletes will be here showing off what they can do.
Can you do somersault?
I can, but last time I did, I really hurt myself.
Really?
It was, like, surprisingly hurt myself.
Oh.
I kind of did it, like, while running.
Can you do a cart? You did it while running?
Like, it was
So
like,
you fell into a somersault?
No, it was intentional. But, like, I don't know why I thought that it would be, like, a soft land.
Can you do a cartwheel?
I can.
You can?
I mean, last time I checked, it's been a minute, but yeah.
Okay. Listen, we're gonna have to see it today. I know you have pants at your desk.
There's snow pants.
They're sweatpants, but that's okay.
They're snow pants.
All right, let's switch gears and take a look at the forecast. Meteorologist Marty Snyder at the desk this morning. We are talking about a bit of rain and mist out there today.
Yeah, a little bit of both today. Not much of either one of those in those categories, but we're going to see both during the day. First, we're starting off with that low-level cloud cover, the fog, the little bit of mist that's out there. Not a lot of organized rain out there, but anytime you see one of these scenarios like that, you know, you're just bound to see a little bit of that mist in the air. Now, it is a very mild start to a day. We're starting off with temperatures in the mid-60s. The dew point is there as well. That's pretty rare to get that temperature to hold in that mid-60s range this deep into the season. So, again, it's fairly humid for a start of a day in September. We're going to see temperatures today rise up just a little bit, back into the low to mid 70s. May see a stray shower around the middle of the day, especially from Rochester southeast into the Finger Lakes, and those showers move out. And I think longer term, we get back into more sun, maybe a couple breaks by the end of the day today. The more sure bet is later tomorrow. I think during tomorrow afternoon, that's when skies really start to open up. And then the weekend, not looking bad at all, mostly well into the 70s, 80, not out of the question by the end of the weekend. And then temperatures, even after they slide back a little bit, still above average to start off next week. So really, after today, not looking all that great for today, but after today, we really get back into some sun and temperatures start to cooperate even more with us for the longer term.
We will take it,
Yep.
Marty.
No complaints.
Good.
No. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Our interest this morning, I'm going to kick things off this Thursday. The final chapter of Oz is nearly here, and fans are counting down. So the new trailer for Wicked for Good just dropped yesterday, and it promises a much darker and more emotional story than the first film. Cynthia Erivo, of course, returns as Elphaba, Ariana Grande as Glinda, and their friendship is they're the emotional anchor for how the story ends. The theme here goes beyond fantasy. It's about power, trust, consequences, and what it means to stand for something even when the world is misunderstanding you. Wicked hits theaters November 21st, and if the trailer is any indication, we're not just getting a fairy tale finale. We're getting a showdown that will leave Oz and audiences changed for good.
Wow. You know, I have not seen the first one yet. I know, I'm sorry. Wait, hold on.
Finish
Don't go
by
anywhere,
yourself.
though. Don't
Finish by yourself.
Relax.
Really?
Relax.
You've not seen the
But
first
I've seen
one?
it in the theater, like the actual musical, like a million times. I've seen the Broadway show.
Okay.
So, like, you know, and I kind of want to waited for the I kind of wanted to wait for the second one to come
So
out.
you can-
So it could be like a double feature.
You're going to go to the movie and sit through both?
Are they showing both at the same time?
I have no doubt they will not schedule them so you can catch the first one, have a 15-minute intermission, and catch the second one.
I would do that.
Not a doubt in my
heartbeat.
mind.
I totally would. Yeah.
I think it'll be great.
I don't think my husband has seen either. So, you know.
Well, you're going to now, my friend.
Might be, sorry. No, I'm super excited. I think it's going to be great. And,
I think it's going to be fantastic.
I
And I'll make the prediction now. Best actress at the Oscars, Cynthia Erivo.
Okay.
Supporting actress, Ariana Grande.
Wow. You're already putting
They'll
that
get
out
the nominations and they'll win.
there. But you haven't seen anything else that's on the way. Somebody else might come in and...
Well, they only have until Christmas Day for the film to come out.
That's true.
For it to qualify.
When does this come out?
November 21st.
Wow. Okay.
So 2 months away.
Gosh, I can't believe it's already been...
A year.
Yikes.
Isn't that hard to believe?
That is hard to believe.
Yeah.
It came out right by Thanksgiving
Yep.
last year. Wow.
Yeah, I think it was Thanksgiving Day.
Was it?
Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, is the 21st Thanksgiving Day?
That sounds
Maybe?
right. Maybe.
Nobody has a phone
I think
or
it might be
calendar?
a tiny bit later. Okay, doesn't matter. I want to
Okay,
say the 24th.
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. It's fine.
They stopped listening to me in the back, I guess.
Okay. Oh, Ashley's not here. Ashley's usually
true.
like in our ear
Let's
yapping
see.
at us right now. Are you looking?
Yeah, I'm going to look at it. Oh, no, that's a Friday.
Oh,
Okay. No, 27th is Thanksgiving.
27th. Okay, it's late this year. We're
That is
getting
very
way
late
off
this
track.
year. We are. Okay, sorry.
that's
Go
okay.
back to this.
All right. Either way, looking forward to that. That'll be great. I really want to sit down and watch that trailer all the way through.
Oh, you got to.
Okay,
Got to.
I will. We'll move along to mine. So maybe you don't. I did my undergraduate at SUNY Brockport, just down the road from us here. While the mascot is Ellsworth the Golden Eagle, there is another animal that gets way more attention than you might realize on the college campus. All across the school grounds, there are squirrels, posters, statues, random art pieces. Why? Because there is an obscene number of squirrels all on the school grounds. And when I was there, the albino squirrel ran the campus. He or she is all white, red eyes, and is kind of like King of the Hill.
Or Queen of the Hill.
Or Queen of the Hill. If you saw the albino squirrel on your way to class, it was kind of considered good luck. I don't know if the albino squirrel is still around, but if he or she is, I'm sure that they are just as iconic. Either way, it was strongly encouraged not to feed the squirrels on campus. They actually had a whole PowerPoint presentation on it during our freshman orientation.
Really?
Yes, because there are so many squirrels. It's insane. Of course, nobody really listened, right? We all kind of did it. And it seems like that was maybe the case for these residents in the Bay Area, just north of San Francisco. They are keeping their eyes out and their legs covered for an aggressive squirrel that has sent several people to the emergency room. So a woman told an ABC affiliate station there she was walking in her neighborhood when this furry friend came out of nowhere and started clawing, biting, and scratching her legs. And he wouldn't let her go. She shook her legs frantically until he finally released his grip. Pretty emotionally scarring it and physically scarring as well. Now, she's not the only one. Another woman's injuries were maybe a little more personal. The squirrel actually catapulted itself from the ground all the way up to her face.
What?
Yeah. He eventually latched onto her arm, so much so that she started bleeding.
Wow.
There are a lot of wanted signs posted around the community, and that is what they look like right there. People in the community say more than 5 people have experienced this, what they're calling an act of terror. Unfortunately, the squirrel has been pretty hard to track down. He appears, he strikes, and then he dips. Thankfully, these sprees have seemingly slowed down. The last one was reported in mid-September, but if he does start acting out again, a nonprofit will join forces with the state to remove him. So, why has the little guy become so vicious? Unfortunately, they can't just ask him, but experts say it's likely because, just like all of us at SUNY Brockport, somebody has been feeding him. The victims are recovering from their injuries, thankfully. Experts also say they're lucky that squirrels rarely, practically never, carry rabies. It's a good reminder, though, just because they're cute and fluffy doesn't necessarily mean that they make good lunch buddies.
Nope. Especially when they want to eat you for lunch.
Yeah.
Buddy.
You know, you always kind of worry about wild animals while you're out walking. Like,
Never really think about a squirrel, though, coming to attack you.
No, not at all.
You feel like if a squirrel runs up, it's going to climb up your clothes and want to sit on your shoulder and, I don't know, tell you a story or something.
Disney did not prepare me for that.
No, not at all. Suggestion. Mm-hmm. You walk around with a jar of peanut butter.
No, that's like the last thing you want. You're
sure?
not supposed to feed them.
Yeah, but if it's latched onto your leg, you can at least...
That's what you're going to do. You have little tiny claws digging into your leg, scratching, and you're going to reach into your duffel bag, pull out your organic vegan peanut butter.
Mix it up to get the oil.
Well, you don't want them to have oily butter.
No.
And give them a little spoonful?
Yeah.
I don't think
Listen,
you'd be that
that
calm.
little guy on that poster, that's a great image of that squirrel
but
jumping.
But that's not what he actually looks like.
Well, then how do you know which one to be on the lookout for?
I don't know. He's the one walking around.
I don't think we should be the ones out here stereotyping squirrels. I'm just saying.
Fine.
They are Listen, they are cute, but
They're
yeah,
super cute.
you should keep your distance.
Yeah,
you
don't
don't
feed
feed
them.
wild animals.
No.
No.
I saw a woman get attacked at the beach by seagulls. She was giving them crackers, and then she stopped.
Right there.
She stopped.
Yeah.
They started getting vicious.
We want more.
She went running. They followed.
Really?
Yeah. It was bad.
We used to, I probably shouldn't say it.
Ooh, say it.
Probably shouldn't say it. Go to McDonald's, get French fries,
Yeah.
then go to the falls and sit on Goat Island, and you would hold French fries up, and the seagulls would come down and just take the French fry right out of your hand.
Oh, see, like that's a nice story.
But we were
High
feeding wild
cholesterol
animals,
birds.
which we
That's
probably
not
weren't
good.
supposed to.
I thought it was like you were like hurting them. Or something.
Oh, no.
Well, see, that was what I first thought when you.
But I
first
mean,
said
some
this.
could consider that, yes, you are hurting them because you're not making them look for their own food, which they need to do if they want to survive in the wild, because they are wild animals.
Very true.
Yeah. All right. Straight ahead, Chris Lopez continues the frightful morning at Haunted Hayrides of Rochester. We're going to see if he makes it to opening weekend. He's not going to make it through the end of the day.
Don't forget, take us on the go wherever you are. We're streaming live on the 13 Wham YouTube channel. Our Rochester is back after this.
Fall is here, and with it comes all sorts of haunted attractions.
Yeah, one out in Williamson has their opening weekend coming right up. Chris Lopez is putting on his brave shoes. He's checking out the Haunted Hayride of Rochester this morning. Chris?
Okay, guys, we're back with you. Now, I've been getting scared all morning. We've been showing you guys tidbits of the house, but we can't show you guys everything. Then what fun would that be when you guys get here? We got to find out a little bit more of the logistical side. And while you may think that may be boring, I promise you it is not. I'm here with the Baroness this morning. She's been my tour guide, somewhat of a tour guide, showing me around, scaring me, introducing me to some of the figures and faces that I have been seeing that you guys are going to meet in a few minutes. But first off, you guys are back from a small hiatus. I love that. tomorrow. I believe 6:30 box office opens, right?
Tomorrow at 6:30, our box office is officially open. We're open every Friday and Saturday throughout the month of October. And we also have 2 Sundays, October 12th and October 26th, if anybody wants to get a Sunday ride in with us.
And this is a no-touch haunt, I believe, because I know that's my first question whenever I go to a haunt, and I know that may be some other people's questions too.
Yes, this year we are going to be a no-touch haunt, which means my actors will be getting very close and paying attention to you, but we will be keeping our hands off this year. And we expect you to keep our hands off of them as well.
And you guys also, wow, it's going to be cool to walk through the different parts of the haunted house. You guys have a little bit more going on, some beverages, I believe.
We do. We have food, drink, and entertainment happening in our courtyard. We'll have many, many food trucks, and we also have our brand new haunted beer garden that we've opened up in partnership with Rootstock from across the street. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Now, I'm sober, by the way. I have not been drinking at all. And no, I don't scare easily. I have been running into a few faces that I don't recognize, will not recognize, will never recognize, and I have no idea what their stories are. And they seem like they do have stories, and we would like to tell those. So, who are some of these people?
All right, well, let me introduce you to a few of them. This is our lovely swamp witch, Minerva. We do have some swamplands around in this area where we like to hide all of our dead bodies, and she's the one that mans them for us. Lovely creature that she is. Little spring chicken, if you will.
Spring chicken. I love it. I love it. We got someone coming up next.
And our next one is Fergus. Fergus is our witch hunter, although he came back a little wrong, so he sort of just hunts everyone these days.
That would be you and yes, you at home, and we have a couple more.
A few more. This is Catalina. She is our beautiful seamstress, makes all of our lovely clothes here for us. Right, darling, she is.
And the detail on everyone's outfit is immaculate. And then we have someone who has a long tenure here.
And then we have my dear Jack. Jack is the one that actually built this house.
Tasty.
He has a lovely affinity for the occult that has made him a little power hungry, and, well, he does enjoy his souls here.
He asked me if one of my arms would taste different from the other arm before we went live here. That is just who you're going to be running into. I believe there's almost 70 people, working actors, that will be here starting tomorrow, 6:30.
6:30.
6:30. Get your tickets. It's opening weekend here in Williamson. I'm going to send it back to you in studio. We got uno más. One more hit coming up for you here on Arc Rochester. Stay tuned if you want.
If you want.
Between the scares and the bugs crawling on the walls, hard pass.
See, I think it looks so fun.
No.
I do.
No.
And I'm really trying to get some good ideas for Halloween costumes, too.
That looks like a trip to the hospital for me. It does.
What do you mean? Like,
I go there, I have a heart attack.
oh my gosh.
I would not
I
make
think
it.
you'd be
Would not
okay.
make it out alive.
Does one arm taste different than the other? What do you think?
Okay, so scientifically, I'm going to say they both taste about the same.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, Chris has tattoos.
This is true. I don't think that's going to have any impact. I think the only thing you might see, your more dominant arm might be a bit chewier.
Could be.
I don't know.
Let us know.
Yeah.
Email us, news@13wham.
If you know a serial killer, find out for us. Hey, don't go anywhere, because when we come back, this morning's weather trivia.
Mark McLean will be here coming up after this. welcome back. Meteorologist McLean is here giving us a look at the cooler temperatures today and our weather trivia.
Yeah, a little bit. Lots of clouds out there this morning, some fog to start things off, and we were hoping for more rain. That's the thing. Some areas had a little bit of rain, some areas just missed out, and the airport officially, it was just 1/100th of an inch of rain again.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I know. So it just keeps, it's like, it misses the sensor almost every time, which is our official data point for Rochester. But some spots off to the east were a little bit more lucky. And we were also talking about even the small possibility of a little thunder mixing into the forecast. So that's where today's weather trivia is actually heading. This is an interesting one. One of these objects below was struck 8 times by lightning in 24 minutes.
Ooh, okay.
The Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, the CN Tower in Toronto, the Empire State Building in New York City, or the Eiffel Tower in Paris. Interesting, right?
Those are interesting.
8 times in 24 minutes.
And also, that same object was struck 100 times in 1 year.
What?
Yep.
Do they... Who keeps track of these stats?
So a lot of the information will just be from observers, and then NOAA will pick up the data. And there's a company called Visala that triangulates lightning strikes. So like weather apps and that kind of thing, and it says lightning has been detected 0.1 miles from your house. They keep track of all these lightning strikes, and some of this data actually gets used for forensic meteorology. So it'll be, well, my barn was struck by lightning and it burned to the ground. The insurance company comes over and says, no, you're an arsonist and you burned and then you hire a meteorologist, and the meteorologists come in and say, no, the thing was struck by lightning. And you know how it is when you're trying to fight through an insurance policy.
Yeah, is that what you do for your family when they want?
Well, you have to have
move?
You have to have accurate data, right? It has to be 100%.
It sounds like you're talking from experience with that story.
Maybe a little, but we'll have that answer coming up at 9 o'clock right here on ARC Rochester. It's kind of interesting stuff. But let's go back to the other thing we were talking about, rainfall. What a dry September. It's not going to rain again. Probably near the airport. 0.27 inches is going to be it. So if it stays there, this is going to be certainly a top 5 dry September. But also since July 1st, this is the third driest period on record for Rochester from July 1st through September 24th.
That's significant.
It's very, very significant. And, water tables, that kind of thing. We'll get the drought monitor drought report in about, what is it? What time is it right now?
Almost 8:30.
We'll get it at about 8:45.
Doesn't that increase the risk of flash flooding, too, if there is torrential, because the ground can't absorb it that quickly?
Yeah, so it's all or nothing. And sometimes this time of the year, we'll get hurricane remnants that'll come on through, and that's a problem. That's a real problem. It's also having a big impact on fall foliage. We're a little bit ahead of schedule here, so if you want to see the vibrant colors that you're used to, we're hearing that a lot of spots 5 to 7 days ahead of schedule thanks to drought stress. The leaves are coming down a little bit earlier, so near peak conditions already in the Adirondacks, the Catskills, and parts of the southern tier. Now, we do have lots of clouds out there, 6-mile visibility. The cloud deck has been up and down. It's pretty low right now at 2,300 feet, and some mist and drizzle being detected by ultimate Doppler, but this is nothing that's going to slow you down this morning. Some of this rain that's back to our southwest is going to slide by, but it's going to go by just southeast of Rochester. So if you're in the Finger Lakes, you're going to have a chance for some rain. But if you're west of Rochester, that chance is pretty minimal. And after that, that's just about it. So we'll watch the forecast. But your tailgate Sunday looking pretty good at Highmark, 77 degrees. Great weather for the Bills at 1 o'clock on Sunday. Always fun to have a 1 o'clock game, too.
Are you going?
No, not going to this one. Not going to this. There may be one more game. We'll see. But low to mid 70s this afternoon. Tonight we're going to drop back to the upper 50s, gradual clearing, mild for this time of the year. And the 7-day forecast, just put it on autopilot.
We'll take it.
Remember the movie Airplane? They had the inflatable pilot.
Yep.
We're going to see if we can find an inflatable meteorologist just to put over in the seat over there.
You really think we could find somebody who would do less work than you?
Oh, no.
Oh,
Listen, he has been stabbing me today. Stabbing.
Okay, I feel like we need our head of HR to come back.
I feel like we need counseling.
Marriage counseling.
Hey, don't go anywhere. We've got so much more to get to here on ARC Rochester.
We're back after this.
You know I love you. 7:31 this morning. Welcome back to ARC Rochester. Thanks so much for sticking with us. I'm Dan Schrack.
I'm Abby Fridmann. We're talking payroll problems continuing to be an issue for the Rochester City School District. Employees say they have had enough.
Yeah, all 4 district unions plan to rally outside of headquarters on West Broad Street this afternoon as the board holds its monthly budget meeting. For more on why, we're joined now by Adam Urbanski, president of the Rochester Teachers Association. Adam, thank you so much for taking time out of your morning to chat with us. Let's dive right in. This has been an issue that's been going on now for at least 3 months, correct?
That's absolutely correct. And every time we deal with the district and we say to them, this can't go on forever, they keep saying, well, we're hoping to solve it by the next payroll. And we're saying to them, hope is not a strategy. You have to show us that we won't have to accept this as the new normal. It's absolutely inexcusable.
So let's rewind here. For somebody who's unfamiliar with the story, take us back to when the problems first started occurring. What were the teachers experiencing?
Well, the problem started occurring on July 1st when they switched from one platform, PeopleSoft, to a new platform called Oracle. And they were advised not to do it because they were told that you're not ready for prime time. But they went ahead anyway before they were ready. And since then, people haven't been getting paid or haven't been getting paid correctly, or haven't been getting paid on time, or haven't been getting the right deductions. And as of today, we still have about 600 teachers who are adversely affected, and then non-teaching employees and paraprofessionals and administrators, all their employees continue to suffer from their inability to fix the problem.
And it's not like these people are, bringing home. Not everyone there is making 6-figure salaries. A lot of these people live paycheck to paycheck, just like our neighbors do. And so this has a great impact. And I know the union at one point set something up with one of the local banks, at least, to provide loans, zero-interest loans for the teachers. Have any of the other unions representing some of these other workers done the same thing?
Yes, I think so, but that doesn't fix the problem. Mm-hmm. That's only, putting your finger in the dike. I think they have to finally admit that they don't have the capacity and the knowledge to fix the problem. They don't have the sense of urgency to fix the problem. And so we will be now, after bringing attention to this, later this afternoon and evening, we are exploring what litigation we can file to actually put an end to this, because right now we don't see an end to it.
Who would be named in that litigation? Is it the district or is it Oracle?
It would be the district because they are our employer. Oracle keeps pointing their finger at the district, and the district keeps pointing their finger at Oracle. And meanwhile, all the workers are caught in between, in a squeeze. And families are now wondering whether or not this district is competent enough to educate their children.
It is a valid question there. You work with the teachers regularly. You're right there on the front lines. I'm curious to know how they feel every other Friday when, once again, there's an issue. Has it been frustration from the very start, or has it kind of been building and building, and now it's at a boiling point?
It's been frustration from the very start, and it's getting worse. Some people can't make mortgage payments. Some people can't keep up with car payments. Some people aren't getting the right deductions. They're getting money deducted 2 or 3 times as much as they should be getting deducted for health benefits. So there are all kinds of problems, and they're not getting any better. They're actually multiplying. So despite all the assurances from the district that they hope that'll be fixed in 2 weeks or in a month, we are saying hope is not a strategy. If you don't, if you can't fix it, admit it so that the controller of New York State can come in here or others can come in and fix this problem.
And just a clarification question here. You said that the decision was made to switch to Oracle, even though they were told, you know, how did you say, they're not ready for the big leagues yet? Right. Who was the one who gave that warning and who decided to go ahead with the switch anyway?
Well, you know, this is hard to believe, but it's Oracle who told the Rochester City School District that they shouldn't start and go live now because they're not ready for prime time, that they need to train their staff better. They need to fix all the kinks before they go live, but they decided to go live anyway. I think that that's negligence. I think that's incompetence. And I think ultimately it's going to hurt students because teachers and other non-teaching employees are looking around and saying, maybe I should quit here and go to a district where I will have some security and where I will know that if I do good work, I'll get paid for it and I'll get paid correctly and on time.
Adam, when the school year started, I had the chance to speak with the superintendent, and I asked him if the district has the ability to just cut checks. It seems like that may be the simplest solution, or rather quick fix to this issue. If you notice some sort of discrepancy, shoot us an email. We can cut you a check down at district headquarters same day. He said that the district did have the ability to issue checks like that and that they had. Is that not something that the teachers are seeing, though?
Well, you're not being told the whole story. They can cut checks for a few people. They cannot cut checks every 2 weeks, paper checks, for over 6,000 employees. There's a lot of data and information that goes into this that has to be computerized. And they were able to do it with their earlier platform, PeopleSoft, and they're not able to do it with their current platform, Oracle. So yes, that's patchwork. Those are Band-Aids, cutting checks. That doesn't fix the problem. And we're refusing to accept this as the new normal. We don't want people working for the Rochester City School District to lower their standards for the city school district and accept this as the new normal.
Thousands of employees will be impacted by this. Looking down the road, do you anticipate there will be any ramifications going forward as we hit the midpoint of the year and as we reach the end of the year?
We see the situations getting worse, not getting better. So we have no evidence and no reason to believe that it's going to get better without some intervention from the New York State controller, who has the expertise and the authority to fix this, or after it goes into the courts, because this is really unheard of. There's only one other district in New York State that we know of that has Oracle as the pay platform, and that's Syracuse, and they're experiencing exactly the same problems that we are.
That's very interesting, very interesting. Adam Urbanski, president of the RTA, thank you so much for your time this morning. We look forward to learning more tonight, quite possibly speaking with you again, and additionally hearing from district leaders this evening following their business meeting at 6 o'clock. Thank you again, though, Adam.
Thank you so much.
When we come back, we're going to check in once again with Chris Lopez. He's at the Haunted Hayrides of Rochester. Don't worry, Chris. It's almost over.
Mm-hmm.
8:43, welcome back. Anyone looking to be scared around this time of year is in luck. There's a haunted farm that's opening this weekend.
Yeah, located in Williamson, Haunted Hayrides of Rochester is sure to scare anyone who steps on the farm. Chris Lopez has been there for us all morning long, learning what they have planned for this weekend. Christopher, how's it going?
Yeah, guys, you see me smiling right now, but it's because I'm out of the house that we have been on Haunted Hayrides of Rochester. Now, that was just one of the attractions that you can go to here in Williamson. And yes, this is a working farm, and we are now out of that scary house, and we are up and away from all of the monsters, I think. Now, this is the Haunted Hayride here, and all throughout the morning, I've been in a very dark room, essentially walking through hallways, trying to interact with people. No one will interact with me simply because they want to taste an arm over the other arm. I don't know what half of them were saying. We're gonna find out. This is owned by someone called the Baroness. Now, I've been talking to her all day, and we have a few people joining us as well on this farm. Just a few, I would say. I don't know. They've been following us, I guess. So I thought I was safe. We'll counter that. And the Baroness looks like she's hopping on the wagon here. Now, Baroness, I thought they were gone. I thought this was going to be a nice ride between me and you, talking about the beautiful apples on your orchard. They're still here.
Oh, Chris,
and
my sweet baby, they never leave. Where would be the fun in that?
And this hayride here, they just follow everyone throughout the time you're on this?
For the most part, yes, but you're a special case.
I love it. Now, tell me about this hayride here, because this is a little bit different from your house.
A little bit different, yes. So you do get to roll around in the outside world for a little bit. It's about a 25-minute ride, and this year we have our brand new wagons, where instead of sitting down in the bottom in the wet hay and getting close to the mud and everything else, we have these nice benches for you to sit at. And a nice set of stairs to climb down as well.
Now I have to ask you, what's the difference here between, obviously you're on a hayride here and you were in a house back there, but in terms of scare factor, is it dark? Is it light? When do people get to ride this thing?
Oh, we only roll in the nighttime. It's way more fun at night. And also my monsters will be from scene to scene. We hold this entire thing in the dark forest behind us, and it gets very, very dark and very spooky in there.
And this orchard here, this is all a part of that murder that happened in 1859. This is what the story was built upon. All of this massacre happened amongst all of these beautiful apple trees.
It did indeed. We had homesteads here, but unfortunately after the massacre, they couldn't be inhabited again. So they were bulldozed down and we put an orchard in its place. Seems to be doing well. It was well fertilized.
And if this is too scary for someone, can they hop off, or you're done? You are locked in. You are seatbelt.
Oh no, once you get on the ride, you're stuck here with us until the end.
And give me your pitch. This is your home. Let's say someone is a little bit frightful of haunted hayrides, haunted houses. They're thinking about going here, but they're not sure. They're weighing it out. They're watching this segment. They say, it's not too scary, but I don't know yet. Why should someone come here to your house?
Well, if you are a fan of Halloween, this is where we have all of the spookies that like to hang out, and we're the biggest hayride in Greater Rochester. And honestly, my monsters have been waiting 5 years to come back and say hello to all of you, so come on down and say hello to us.
And I want to talk to you about that. You have been on a hiatus. Your house has been for about 5 years.
It has.
How does it feel to come back and welcome everyone to your humble abode, your orchard, your house, with your friends that are not following us anymore? Thank you.
Oh, we are beyond excited to be back and beyond excited to have everybody here again. We cannot wait to put on our monster clothes and come haunt everyone.
Check this place out, 6:30 tomorrow here in Williamson. You will not be disappointed, or maybe you may be a little bit disappointed because you're so scared to try this out, but come on, you at home. Come on. It opens tomorrow, Saturday, runs all the way till Halloween, I believe.
Until the 26th of October.
There we go. Back to you in studio for now.
Listen, I'm so proud of Chris that he made it through the morning.
Yeah, I know. Good work, my friend.
We knew you could do it.
Yes. Hey, coming up, Rochester Charter School's milestone anniversary. Some history with them next. A Rochester charter school today is celebrating. The Eugenio Maria de Hostas Charter School is Rochester's only bilingual K through 12 charter school, and today they are celebrating 25 years.
There is a party happening later today to mark the milestone. The school's CEO, Sandra Blackman, and co-founder Julio Vasquez are here to start the celebration. Good morning to you both. Thank you for being here.
Good morning.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
Congratulations on 25
That's
years.
right, 25
Yes.
years.
Quite a milestone. Take us back to the very first day of school 25 years ago.
25 years ago, right? We started with 120 kids, K, first and second. 120 kids. I remember very well, it was so emotional because, this was a dream coming true. And everything worked out very well, except for a couple of things. One was that the buses were late, and we realized we didn't have milk. So I had to go across the street and get some milk.
Two minor hiccups,
No
though.
matter hiccup.
Cut to 25 years later, and you are absolutely thriving. And now it's not just K first and second, it's K through 12.
That is correct, and
Okay.
with 1,100 students.
Gosh,
That's
amazing.
What do you think of that growth? That's astronomical.
It is. It's because that's what the community wants. Actually, it was the families, and I know Don Julio could elaborate on that, that requested that the school continue to add more grades.
Right. We started with, like I say, K to second. And the first charter, we grew from K to 6. And we wanted to go, because originally we intended to go all the way to high school. But the Charter School Institute, on our second application for charter, they held us back. So 5 years later, they say, yes, please go all the way to middle school. Then we did the middle school, and Then when we apply for the third time, we were held back. And then on the fourth time, then we were allowed to set up the high school. This was 2015.
So you faced hurdles, but you took them head on. And here you are 25 years later. You mentioned something about how the community was asking for this. The community said, no, we need more grades. There are more students who could benefit from this kind of education. Expand on that a little bit for us.
Yes, well, we are the only bilingual charter school in this area, and the need is real. We have a dual language program in which our Spanish-speaking students learn English, but also cultivate their native language. And also we have that section at the same time, English speaker students learning Spanish. So the demand and the interest in the community wants that. We are a very cultural center school. We have food at the meals are prepared right there in the school. And then we are in the heart of the community, right here in Joseph Avenue.
Really incredible stuff. How are we celebrating 25 years?
Well, tonight is the great event. We're going to be at the Luna and High Falls, and we are going to be celebrating with sponsors, community, and families our 25 years. And we're going to go through our journey, our legacy, and the next 25.
That is what we like to hear. 25 more.
25 more.
Congratulations to you both. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Time right now is 8:55. More Arc Rochester is coming up after this. Much more to get to this morning on Arc Rochester as we continue into the 9 o'clock hour. Stephannie Joseph will be here breaking down some of our top political headlines.
Yeah, she joins us now from the live desk with a preview of what we can expect at 9. Morning, Steph.
Morning there, guys. In today's Political Pulse, a final plan for TikTok could be announced soon. Details on an executive order President Trump is expected to sign. And why former FBI Director James Comey could face charges. Plus, Congress is running out of time to keep the government funded. The response from both sides of the aisle just days away from the deadline. And what's part of the peace plan the Trump administration presented to Arab leaders? That's all coming up in our 9 o'clock hour. Arc Rochester returns after this.
at this point.
We need a new intro if anybody's watching and wants to film that for us.
Yeah.
9 o'clock, it's September 25th. It is a Friday Eve. Thanks for joining us on ARC Rochester. I'm Abby Fridmann.
I'm Dan Schrack. That is meteorologist Mark McLean. He is back with another look at the forecast, muddy pause forecast, and before all of it, the answer to our weather trivia.
Pretty interesting, right?
Yeah.
I'd say shocking.
Oh,
Weather trivia today.
look at you.
I know. All right, let's talk about it. It's about lightning today. One of these objects was struck 8 times in 24 minutes. How about that?
Okay.
So on the trivia, which object is it? Is it the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, the CN Tower in Toronto, the Empire State Building in New York City, or the Eiffel Tower in Paris?
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking.
Let's
I
hear
feel
it.
like the Empire State Building has been, like, every time you see a scary movie that's like in New York City, it's always like, and then
Yeah.
it hits the Empire State Building. I think I'm gonna go with the Golden Gate Bridge, though.
Okay, see, mine is a toss-up between Empire State and Golden Gate Bridge, but
Yeah.
I do think that Empire State might be the one thrown in there because it's iconic for being
Yeah.
struck by lightning,
Lots of C's and D's from everybody that
Yeah.
chimed
which
in.
is Empire State and
The
Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower, yeah.
And I feel like I could be wrong. Isn't it attracted to water? Not lightning attracted to water, but like, isn't it more likely
Tall
to strike?
objects,
I
metal
know
objects.
tall
Metal
objects,
objects.
but I thought like water also had something to do with it. No, I could be wrong. I'm making
I mean,
it up.
it travels
Height.
through water.
Height is the big thing when it comes to lightning.
So in that case, maybe I don't know.
Listen. I like the Golden Gate Bridge thing. I think that might be it.
We
Okay.
also have a lot of Googlers, though.
Yeah. So it is the Empire State Building. Partly
Okay.
because of its height. And you also have to think about thunderstorm frequency, right?
Yeah.
California goes 5 months out of the year without rain.
True, true.
So New York City is in that humid zone, especially during the summertime. Can you believe that it was also struck more than 100 times in a year? So
That is wild.
it is, and it passes safely around the building. It goes around the building, doesn't go into the building. A lot of objects get hit by lightning, and it does virtually nothing to them. So in an average year, the Empire State Building gets a hit 100 times. Crazy stuff.
That is.
This guy didn't get hit.
Oh.
There's
Is
a
that
kitty
cat
pic.
in a box of Pop-Tarts?
It is.
Oh my God.
And the cat's name is Pop-Tart.
That is fantastic.
I love it.
Oh my God.
And there's grown-up Pop-Tart on the right.
Wow. what you eat.
Look at those
are
eyes,
what
too.
you eat.
Look at the color of those
Yeah, I
eyes,
know.
though.
Very,
Beautiful.
very
Like the
distinct.
color of the Pop-Tart box.
Yeah, just gorgeous.
Really, really cute pic there. Wait until you see tomorrow's. You're going to love tomorrow's, too. Today, wet pause just for some of the rain that we had last night. And after that, Pop-Tart is going to have, I'm not sure if Pop-Tart goes outside anyway, but anyway. We love to see the pics of your cats and dogs and whatever four-legged animal you have.
It doesn't have to have four
be.
legs.
Doesn't have to be. If you're watching
If it's
from
only
a
got
farm,
two, it's only got two.
Or, yeah, I could have two, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a pair of wheels in the back, it's
Yeah.
okay.
13wham.com/chime in. We love to see the pics. Now, where did all that rain go last night? Check this out. Syracuse area. Some spots out there had over an inch. Look at Camden, 1.63 inches. Fayetteville had 3/4 of an inch of rain. So the rain really intensified off to the east of Rochester and really just kind of missed us. Summer drought, we were talking about this last hour. It's now the third driest period on record since July 1st in records that go back to 1872. So I think I've only mowed the lawn twice since the start of August.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, literally. In spring, it's like every 3 to 5 days.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's just amazing. But, the drought is spreading. The footprint of that drought is also spreading. Moderate drought for most areas now in western New York. And look at that red stripe now that goes up through Vermont, New Hampshire, and parts of Maine. That's a extreme drought. So that's a situation where if you're on well water, you start to get into trouble.
I imagine there's burn bans in effect in a lot of these areas right now, correct?
And you go to campgrounds like
Yeah.
Hamlin Beach, and you get up there, and they have the sign up, fire danger high.
Yeah.
So for the fire pits that they have up there, you have to use real caution and just be careful with it. But drying out in western New York, we don't have rain in the forecast beyond today. But we do have clouds today, 67 degrees. The visibility is back up to 9 miles, but that cloud deck is still very low. Some showers in the southern tier. These are lifting to the northeast. Will graze most areas around Rochester, so we're not going to be technically rain-free until later this afternoon. But a lot of this rain that you see, that steadiest rain near Pittsburgh, Williamsport, that's going to travel southeast. The southern Finger Lakes may stand a good chance of seeing some of that rain, but a lot of it, as you can see here, just kind of slides off to the east again through the course of the afternoon. So we'll get back to some sunny breaks later today, but a lot of spots are just going to miss out on that chance for some very needed rain. Friday, it's back to plain old sunshine in the forecast. So the planner today will keep the clouds around, I think, until late this afternoon. That shower threat east at 4 o'clock, temps in the low to mid 70s. Later tonight, we'll dip back into the upper 50s with gradual clearing. That's mild for this time of the year, and the 7-day forecast for us, it's sunshine down the road. Look at that. Maybe close to 80 one more. What a weekend. This weekend is going to be phenomenal. Naples Grape Festival is a good one.
Oh, yeah.
We've got the Bills game, of course, on Sunday. Homecoming in Spencerport. I know that's this weekend.
Yeah.
Going to be good weather for the kiddos there. Lots of things going on this time of the year.
Looks gorgeous.
It really does. And what a fun weekend. So many things to do around the area.
Yep.
Head
Fall
out to-
foliage tours.
Yeah.
Little apple picking, jump on a haunted hayride.
Haunted hayrides.
Are you inviting us? Is that what this is?
We can go apple picking. I'm not going on a haunted hayride.
You're going to be brave.
If you scare
not.
easily, and you do, that one's for real.
Yeah, I legit no.
I think you could tolerate the one in Spencerport. That one wasn't too.
It's good. No,
It's good, but it's not. I don't think you'd have a heart attack. I think
No,
you'd be okay.
it's fun. That's fun.
It's someone's version of fun, not mine. Not mine. No, thank you. Is it a home game?
Spencerport?
For the Bills?
No, the Bills.
The Bills are, yeah. They're in Highmark.
They are.
Yep. Saints. They're playing the Saints.
How are they going to do in this weather?
They should be fine.
Yeah.
The score is going to be 8 billion to nothing. The Saints are terrible.
Is that your prediction?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Listen, but you can't
know.
let your guard down.
No, never.
Because the second you do, that's
Yep.
when something crazy happens.
Everybody's a pro.
You
right?
still haven't washed that jersey, right? Or is it the socks?
I do not wear a Bills jersey because every time I do, they lose. I wear like the same 2 Bills shirts for every Bills game.
There you go.
I do
shirts
wash
at
them
the same
though.
time?
Obviously, I wash them.
Oh, okay.
No, not at the same time. One is long sleeve, one is short sleeve.
Okay. Good to know. Do you have superstitions?
Or justicians.
Yeah. I don't know. I would have to think about that. Nothing that's popping like into the forefront
No.
right now. Nothing like
Fair.
Yeah.
Hey, when we come back, manufacturing, robotics, and more at an upcoming free open house at MCC.
Don't forget, take us on the go wherever you are. We're streaming live on the 13 Wham YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. We're back after this. all about robotics and much more in the classroom. MCC's Forward Center is hosting an open house this Monday night, getting a head start on Manufacturing Month.
Yeah, it's a free event for people who might want a career in manufacturing or are just starting out.
Dr. Robin Cole is the Vice President for Economic and Workforce Development, and he's giving us a preview this morning. Thanks so much for being here.
Oh, glad to be here. Good morning. Good morning.
Let's get right into it. For somebody who's unfamiliar, give us an overview of what the center is and what this open house is going to look like.
So the Forward Center, or Finger Lakes Workforce Development Center, is a regional asset that was really created to provide opportunities and jobs for individuals that are looking to get into the careers of, let's say, IT, advanced manufacturing, healthcare professions as LPN, CNA, and also just train individuals into the Industry 4.0, the new types of jobs that you see now in a lot of the manufacturing plants and skilled trades as well. And when it comes to construction. So short-term credentialing, individuals who don't have any type of background or experience in those areas can come in, get trained up, and they're stackable credentials as well.
Well, and it's a great program because for so many people, they think that they need to go and get a standard education, especially our younger minds straight out of high school, thinking they have to go somewhere to get a 4-year degree and they need that piece of paper to make it in the real world, and that's not always the case.
Correct. That isn't always the case. Yeah, things have changed. I think when we came, and I know when I came out of school, if you didn't have a 4-year degree, then you didn't have anything in a sense. That's what you needed to stand on. But now it's about the skills and individuals having the ability to showcase those skills, those abilities, and to be able to enter the workplace. And that's what a lot of these jobs and organizations are looking for. Individuals that are able to display the skills that they've learned. And then a lot of times once you get on the job, there are other things that you learn, or other types of ways to upskill. And we work with a lot of employers on that as well. Individuals who already work in a job, there's a new sort of skill that they need, and we customize training as well.
And it seems like the industries that are at the focus here are rapidly growing. Is that part of what was in mind while you guys were forming this and shaping it the way you wanted it to be?
You know, it's funny when it comes to technology rapidly growing. At the time, I think we definitely, that was the process. It was thinking, what would the region need for the future when it comes to workforce and workforce development. And we're still there. That's why we're always changing. We're always evolving the Forward Center, Finger Lakes Workforce Development Center. And one thing that we're looking at is even now with semiconductor field and with Micron coming to Syracuse and with the CHIPS Act and the on-ramp site that we've been named as a part of to serve the region, we're steadily looking at what is happening in the future of workforce development. How can we stay on that edge and continue to build a strong workforce within the Finger Lakes region?
And what has response been like from students who walk through the doors there?
Well, and not just students, but everybody who walks through there, it's a state of awe. Because they're just like, for one thing, they're like, we didn't realize this was here. It's in our downtown campus on 321 State Street within the old Kodak building and 50,000 square foot facility. And individuals just didn't realize that the opportunity is there right in the city of Rochester. And that's what the open house next week is about and why I'm here this morning. It's about that awareness, creating that awareness, letting individuals realize there's a great resource right in downtown Rochester.
Yeah, you know, looking at the video, it really does look like it's something out of like the Jetsons or, you know, Back to the Future, except way in the future.
Yeah.
When it comes to like the classes and the training and what the students are learning, do they really get to kind of customize their educational experience?
Well, you know, we talk about customized educational experience. We create things that is applied learning, and applied is hands-on. So one thing about being able to go to these jobs and these opportunities is the applied knowledge and the hands-on opportunities that you will receive. And then you can customize it in the sense that there's a lot of different modules, a lot of different opportunities that will fit what you're interested in. When we talk about this open house, one thing we really try to do is take individuals around, tour them around to see exactly what are a lot of different areas that you may be interested in. Because it is about career exploration. A lot of individuals don't know about these careers, and we're creating those opportunities for them to get exposed to it.
And it looks like there is a ton of opportunity for anyone who comes to this open house to explore. Talk to us more about the open house. If somebody's sitting at home on the couch and they're saying to themselves, you know, that looks like something I might want to do they need to register in advance? Do they need to sign up online? Can they just show up?
Yeah. So there is registration, and you might all have the link to pass on, but you can go to Forward Center, FWD-Center.com. TikTok.com and /RSVP to register. Also, you can just show up. That's why it's called an open house. If you ever went to an open house in a neighborhood, show up. We're more than welcome to have open arms for individuals. We're going to have food, games there as well. Really engaging the community, engaging individuals who are just interested in possibly a career change, somebody who may be out of high school looking for a job, somebody who may say, hey, I've been doing this working in fast food and something like that. I just want to try something different and see what skill set I have to really build into a career and something that I may have always been interested in.
Sure.
Excellent. Thank you so much for coming in today. We really appreciate it. Best of luck with the open house and with the future. We know bright students are going to be coming out of there, out of the Forward Center. So thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Hey, don't go far, 9:17. Stephannie Joseph is on her way back into the studio with your political headlines.
Yeah, Political Pulse is coming up next.
It's time for a political pulse check on ARC Rochester. President Trump is expected to sign an executive order today laying out the plans to keep TikTok running in the U.S. He once again delayed the app from going dark last week. Last year, Congress passed a law requiring TikTok find a new owner over security concerns. Earlier this week, the White House released plans for new operators. It would be a joint venture between multiple companies, including Oracle. That company would oversee the algorithm and security for TikTok. Other potential investors include Rupert and Lachlan Murdoch and Michael Dell. The executive order would say the deal meets the requirements of the ban or sale law that was put in place by Congress. TikTok's parent company would keep a low stake in the venture. Former FBI Director James Comey could be facing federal charges. A newly appointed Virginia U.S. attorney is expected to seek an indictment against him. It's unclear, though, what he would be charged with. In the past, prosecutors and investigators have said there's no evidence to charge Comey. This stems from his congressional testimony about Russian interference in the 2016 election. Comey is accused of lying, but maintains he was truthful. Just days ago, Trump directed Attorney General Pam Bondi to go after his political enemies. New York AG Tish James has been in Trump's crosshairs recently. He's accused her of mortgage fraud. James's attorney told CNN earlier this month that the administration was going on a revenge tour. Earlier this week, the White House press secretary named AG James and Comey as people the president is upset with.
And you look at people like Adam Schiff and like James Comey and like Letitia James, who the president is rightfully frustrated. He wants accountability for these corrupt fraudsters who abused their power, who abused their oath of office to target the former president and then candidate for the highest office in the land.
And there's been no comment from Comey's attorney. Turning now to the race against the clock for lawmakers to keep the government funded. Lawmakers have until the end of this month to avert a shutdown. The White House Budget Office is now threatening mass firings if that happens. That came from a memo to agencies. It also included instructions to target programs they're not legally obligated to continue, but legislators seem to be at an impasse. Democrats are looking for adjustments in the spending plan to address health care concerns. President Trump canceled a meeting this week with Democratic leaders in the House and Senate.
And then Donald Trump wakes up Tuesday morning and goes on an unhinged rant and cancels the meeting. Why? Because he doesn't want to discuss the Republican health care crisis, and they've decided to shut the government down.
By refusing to even sit down with Democrats, Donald Trump is causing the shutdown. This is a Trump shutdown.
And I think the president came to the conclusion that it wouldn't be a productive meeting. The Democrats' requests are completely unhinged and unreasonable and unserious. We have at the desk in the Senate right now, Dana, a bill to fund the government, passed by the House, ready to be signed into law by the president. We could take it up today and pass it. It's that straightforward, and in the past, that's always the way this has worked.
And the Trump administration has presented a 21-point peace plan for Gaza to Arab leaders. The proposal calls for the release of all hostages, a permanent ceasefire, and a gradual Israeli withdrawal from the Gaza Strip. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff says he's confident a breakthrough could be announced in the coming days. Regional leaders, however, are pressing for changes, including a ban on West Bank annexations and more humanitarian aid into Gaza. Sources say that regional leaders largely like the plan, though, but they are making those suggestions, reportedly including no annexations of the West Bank by Israel and more humanitarian aid to Gaza. And be sure to stay with ARC Rochester for your top political headlines. We're back after this.
9:30. Welcome back to ARC Rochester. I'm Abby Fridmann.
And I'm Dan Schrack. And next, we are going heavy metal. A new docuseries has dropped this week on Hulu, Into the Void, telling several conversational stories from the world of heavy metal.
Our executive producer, Mike DiGiorgio, is our staff metalhead, and he talked to the show's creator, who some may know for their series on wrestling called Dark Side of the Ring.
Mike found some local heavy metal connections to talk about. Here is that conversation.
Normally, you'd be talking to my good-looking anchors, and they'd have a studio set behind them and all that kind of stuff. But I'm the resident metalhead, and so they decided I'm probably the best guy to do this, and that I understand when we're throwing these symbols back and forth at each other.
Yeah.
Plus,
I like what I'm seeing over there.
we look a little alike, I think.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Plus, I'll tell you, I'm a fan of Dark Side of the Ring too, so this is kind of cool for me.
Oh, very cool. Thank you.
Very cool. Well, we mentioned here that I'm probably the obvious target audience. Start out for anybody who's maybe not a metalhead. What would they find to catch on to and Into the Void?
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, that was, for us in putting together Into the Void, one of the primary goals with the show, because we grew up as huge heavy metal fans. So, we're very familiar with these stories and we know fans are going to be interested in it. But just like with Dark Side of the Ring, our other TV series about wrestling, we wanted to make the show accessible to people who weren't fans, primarily so they could understand the genre. Because this is a genre that, in the mainstream is often misrepresented, often misunderstood, as a genre that's been weaponized, many times over throughout the decades as well by, other groups pushing their own agendas and so on and so forth. And so we wanted to use this as an opportunity to really humanize heavy metal and to show that the artists within this genre are, completely relatable and are people just like you and me who have the same struggles and the same flaws as everybody else. And so, for us, it was really wanting to create a show where, someone who never thought they would be interested in this genre or this music would find the stories riveting and fascinating, just as if they happened in a completely other different setting. And so that's very important to us that these shows are, accessible to a broader audience base.
So for people who don't know, it's not necessarily a history of heavy metal. You found a series of stories to tell.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, sorry, go ahead, Jason.
Oh, I was going to say that's, how we choose these episodes is we, we're, like Evan said, big fans. We've known a lot about, we knew about a lot of these stories, but we, they have to be able to, fill the length of like an hour's worth of time, and that we have the access to people who are like very intimate to the stories. That's like super important for us to have firsthand accounts. So I think like by doing that, by interviewing the family and friends of some of these legends, you get to see this other side of them that you wouldn't normally get. And that's like very important to us, is to show like the very human side to these people, and that where their art form like comes from, with heavy metal being a genre that has been often like maligned and misunderstood. I think our show does a good job of showing, where these people came from and how some of the traumas and the things that have gone in their life had made their way into their art. And I think by the way we dissect it, anyone could watch the show and relate to it. And hopefully, if you weren't a fan of metal music, you would see our show and then have like a new like appreciation for it.
Do you know, or is every episode post all at once, or they roll out like weekly?
Yeah, they're all coming out at once on Monday, September 22nd. Yep, 8 episodes.
I want to skip to one episode in particular that caught my eye. One reason I really wanted to do this. Wendy Williams is from here in Rochester, New York.
That's right. Yep.
She's very Rochester. Her father worked for Eastman Kodak. She went to our Eastman School of Music, etc. Anything you uncovered about her life that surprised you, that might surprise some people from here?
Yeah, I mean, the Wendy Williams episode is very special, to me personally. I definitely grew up as a fan of the Plasmatics and, just their loud, wild, crazy energy, but also the fact that, there was such a firm message behind everything that she did. It was very calculated. She had a lot to say about, anti-commercialism. She had a lot to say about just the way the world was in the 80s and sort of rebelling against that and being allowed, voice for that, which I think is very inspiring because we don't really have voices like that really much in music anymore. But something about her too and this episode in particular is, we were able to get, Wendy's manager, Rod. They were also, together as partners, life partners. And he's rarely ever done interviews. So this was a real peek behind the curtain in terms of the making of Wendy O. Williams and the making of the plasmatics and putting all that together. So it's very exciting for people who are fans, as you're probably going to get to learn a lot more about, what she was doing. But again, she was such a lightning rod of controversy, and she pushed the envelope like many people do in this genre and in punk music. As you keep pushing the envelope, go to the next level to get your message out there, and eventually, the powers that be are trying to silence you, or they're threatened by, her sexuality, or they're threatened by what she's putting out into the world. And, they were literally trying to arrest her and to silence her. And I think, with a lot of the questions of things that are happening today in the world, I think it becomes a very prescient and relatable story in particular.
People don't always think of her as necessarily heavy metal. Did you find people were surprised you were taking on that story?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the Plasmatics, were born out of was born out of CBGB's,
for sure, yeah.
Group, and they had the punk sound and they were incredible. But along the way, they made the pivot, with the album Coup d'etat and the albums that would, that kind of were after that. They did see the rise of heavy metal as a way, as a much larger platform. As punk was sort of weaning out of the mainstream by the early 80s, they saw metal as a new platform to get their message out. And it was exploding. By the mid 80s, metal was all over the place. So they did pivot their sound into that direction, which, gave us that, hey, that's enough of a, excuse or reason to be able to tackle someone like Wendy. But yeah, her latter half of her career was all based in the metal genre.
I want to ask you too about the Randy Rhoads episode. Timing wise, sure. I don't know if you were able to talk to Ozzy. I know you talked to Sharon, I think I saw.
Yeah, we were able to interview Sharon. I flew out to Birmingham just a handful of days before the, Back to the Beginning show that they had. And, we had been in communication, with the Osbournes for a while during the process of making this episode, hoping to get Ozzy, but, wasn't really sure about, where his health was at, and I'm sure was just at that time very much laser focused on, his final show and everything. And so we're just so incredibly grateful to Sharon that she even took time out of her day to sit down to talk about Randy Rhoads. And that just goes to show you, how much Randy meant to her just days before this massive event. So yeah, but we did speak with her, and that story in and of itself, the tragic passing of Randy Rhoads, is something that's lived on in heavy metal lore, for so long. But to be able to hear it directly from her, because she was there the day that he tragically passed away, and hearing her relive those experiences I've never seen her talk about that in such detail. And so I think that's going to be very eye-opening for fans and people who already are familiar with that story.
I'm going to bore you guys with some Rochester trivia. The only video, maybe you used it, the only video ever shot of Ozzy and Randy together, professional video.
Oh, yeah.
That was here. That was Rochester, New York. It was at the TV studio for actually this station. We weren't in this building.
Wow.
I once almost interviewed Ozzy, and I was prepared, like I'm going to make him cry by telling him about this, and had a chance to. I met Rudy Sarzo once, and I'm told he was in town and asked to drive by the building because it meant so much to him. Just wanted to see it again.
Yeah, legendary footage, definitely in the show, and yeah, that's amazing. Wow, I actually didn't put that together. That's incredible.
I totally got to wrap up, guys. Real quick, what would be maybe the biggest surprise? Is there anybody you interviewed that surprised you or might surprise the audience? What they were like?
I guess for me, no, I mean, for me, it's just like, I grew up a huge Pantera fan, when I was a kid. They were very formative to me in many ways. And I got to admit, I was very intimidated at the idea of meeting Philip Anselmo. He seemed like just kind of one of these, very scary, commanding
real
guys. Yeah, real gruff and tough, and and he couldn't have been a nicer teddy bear, and just the most down to earth, cool guy. And we have so many common interests in terms of horror movies and non-metal music. This guy listens to the Smiths, and he listens to David Bowie's last record. Those are the things that are on his stereo. Cool. And that surprised me, and that just gave me much deeper appreciation for Philip. So yeah, that was amazing.
I've told you guys I have another interview to get right to, so I'll do the sign off after we say bye and let you get going. It's been fun, guys.
Awesome.
Best of luck with it.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Executive producer Mike DiGiorgio conducting that interview finally has enough airtime to get his SAG-AFTRA card.
I'm so glad that he did the interview.
I am
We
too.
wouldn't have done it justice.
No, not at all.
All right, straight ahead on Arc Rochester, a family-friendly acrobatic show. We have one of the stars standing by for a demo.
Stick around. We're back after this.
We're taking you behind the curtain now with some Cirque Us stories.
I see
Two
what you
words,
did there.
Cirque Us. It's the kind of acrobatics you'd expect from a Cirque show.
Yeah, it's a family-friendly show being put on at the JCC this weekend by Tykes Theater. Young kids will enjoy it. We're going to be getting a demo in just a bit. First, we want to chat with director Doug Stewart and performer Paxton Asher, who's from here in Rochester. Thank you both so much for waking up bright and early and coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Paxton, we got to start with you. What's it like bringing your talents back home?
It's amazing. It's really wonderful because I already have such a big community of circus friends and family who are here in the Rochester area. So I know that'll draw a great supportive crowd of people who know me personally and who have seen me train and grow as a circus artist here in Rochester.
When you were a little kid, did you know that you wanted to join the circus or go to circus performance school? Like what was the journey that led up to this point?
So I didn't know right away. I did grow up with a family who did a lot of dancing and performing in dance, as well as theater. So I really did grow up doing a lot of performance, but I didn't find circus actually until I moved here to Rochester with my family in 2019. I actually was born and raised in Canada, but I've lived in Rochester about 5 years before I moved away for circus school. So it was here that I actually discovered my passion for circus and found my community that inspired me to pursue it as a career.
And Doug, I imagine being the director, you attended circus school as well?
I did. We both went to the same circus school at different times. We both are students and graduates of the New England Center for Circus Arts.
What does that look like as an education?
It's a lot of circus training. It's full-time circus training, 5 days a week, like 8 hours a day. You're doing all the basics. You're getting tumbling, acrobatics, dance, theater, and then your specialty. Paxton's is contortion. Mine was aerial rope and aerial straps. So it's just a lot of training. You're learning all the different disciplines. You're learning how to be a performer. You're learning how to take care of your body, all those different types of like maintenance you need to do. And you're also learning how to book yourself, how to market yourself, and how to create shows and acts that people will want to put on stage.
I wish I had known about circus school when I was younger. That sounds like so much fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Oh my gosh, I bet it makes the typical workday feel pretty painless, right?
Yeah, the fun thing about our job is every day, even though we're doing the same thing every day, we're always in new places, we're always in a new venue, so there's always something new to keep us on our toes and keep it fresh. Like every time we go to a new venue, we have to adapt the show a little bit to fit into that space. So even though it's different every day, it's always like an adventure.
What is it like performing at the JCC with Tykes?
This will be our first time working with Tykes, and we're so excited. They have an incredible fan base. This is their 21st season. We're their first show of their 21st season. So they've been at it for 21 years, and they've been making amazing art happen. So they have a huge community, and we're so excited to get to know them and be a part of that community as well.
And we're looking at some of the video right here, I imagine from previous shows, yes?
This is from this year's tour. In a second, you'll see Paxton on screen. This video was filmed a couple weeks ago, and this is the exact show that people are going to get to see at the JCC this weekend. That's Paxton on the aerial chair as a flying spirit fairy thing.
It looks like, though, it doesn't just look enjoyable to the eye. It looks like there's some sort of story being told. I would imagine that there is, correct?
Yeah, so the show is called Cirque Us Stories, and it's about these three characters that each represent a different genre of books. We have romance, we have mystery, and we have adventure. And these three characters are set in their ways. They don't go off their beaten path, and they have to only read books of that color and of that genre. And throughout the show, they learn that you can read a different person's story, and you can go outside of your comfort zone, and you can learn different things from people who are slightly different from you. So it has a nice heartwarming message as well as some awesome circus acrobatics as well.
Wow, that is excellent. And Paxton, a contortionist, yes?
Yes.
So when did you realize that you had that special ability?
Well, I did grow up with some natural flexibility, I do admit it, but I had to train a lot to get to the level where I'm at now. I really realized it when I was in theater school in Toronto. I recognized I did have more flexibility, and I thought, how fun would it be to see how far I could take it? So I stretched every day before I went to theater school every morning, and when I did move here to Rochester with my family, I found Aerial Arts of Rochester, and I started training there, which is really where I got my whole aerial background before I went to New England Center for Circus Arts. So it was really once I found my circus community, I was able to actually find coaches who are able to take me there in a safer manner to make sure I'm doing it in a way that doesn't injure my body.
Now, Paxton, I don't want to make you nervous here, my friend, but Abby knows how to do cartwheels.
Oh.
And I haven't done one in a long time, but I'm pretty good at somersaults.
Listen, we're coming for your job.
Yeah.
Are you doing the demo?
No, not at all.
We can't
Not
wait to
allowed
watch.
to show my talent
great.
in front of the world.
Honestly. Hey, don't go far. On the other side of the break, Paxton is going to show us some moves.
Yeah, we're back after this. Okay, welcome back. We have a very, very special performance happening right now in our studio. When was the last time you were at the circus, Daniel?
It's been quite some time.
Well,
quite some time.
Fear not, because you are getting the circus experience right now. We have director Doug Stewart and one of the performers from Cirque Us Stories joining us right now in studio. This is Paxton Asher, a contortionist, giving us a little demonstration right now. Doug, tell us what's going on here.
So Paxton is doing some contortion, and in the show, she does a duo contortion act with another acrobat. So right now, Paxton is just doing some solo tricks, but in the show, you'll see Paxton doing handstands balanced on someone else who's folded in half. There's one point where Paxton is doing a chin stand, and another acrobat is in a one-arm handstand and they're holding each other. So this is just a small sample because we couldn't fit all the circus acrobatics right here. So this is one of the acts that you'll see in stories. We also have trapeze artists. We have a juggling duo. We have a rollabola duo. We have a lasso artist who does trick roping skills. So there's so many cool things that we promise you have never seen before. Even if you've gone to so many circuses, we have skills that you have not seen in a circus that you'll only get to see in Circus Stories.
Now, before you do this, before you walk in here to perform this, I imagine there's a little bit of warm-up we have to do, no?
Yes. I did come in here and I did warm up before coming into the studio to make sure my body's ready for the bending.
Well, you know, I saw Paxton out in the hallway when I was on my break, and I didn't get to say hi because she was actually bent in half, and I was like, you know what? Now's not a great time to chit-chat.
No.
So we'll catch up in a minute.
You should have walked over and said, hi, nice to meet you.
But when you wake up in the morning after a performance, after a show, are you like, ouch, ooh, ow? Or are you, at this point, are you like, no big deal?
You know, it's mostly no big deal. Sometimes we just came out of a very long week of having 8 shows in a row before having a day off of performing. And so sometimes when it gets to be a lot, I'll start to feel the muscles getting a bit sore, but it's never an ow, I'm injured from bending too much sore. It's just I'm using my muscles a lot type of sore.
How frequently do you get like a deep tissue massage?
Oh, I should more often than I do, but I do treat myself to one every now and again, sometimes every couple months.
Does work not cover that?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Come on.
I think we got to work on that.
Really?
Can you show us some more stuff?
Of course. Here, let's do some handstands.
Oh, yeah, just a handstand.
I feel bad. We should have swept the floor.
Right.
You're like, right, I feel so bad. We've had a lot of animals in the studio.
That's incredible.
It really is.
That is incredible. And I mean, you said that you were born with a little bit of natural flexibility, but this goes beyond that.
Yeah, seriously. It makes me feel like maybe you and I could learn how to do this. Are you a little flexible?
I don't know. We're gonna find out.
Can you touch your toes? We should start with that.
Yes, listen, I do touch my toes I'll throw it over here. I touch my toes every morning while I'm waiting for the first cup of coffee to brew. It is. Okay.
All right, let's get tall first.
You tell me what to do.
Lengthen yourself as long as you can.
Okay.
And then we're gonna flat back, lean over, and we're gonna reach down as far. Oh, you're doing it. That's great.
Look at you.
The surprise.
Look at me.
That's great.
Beautiful.
And you could work on getting your elbows closer to
Yeah, that's not going to happen, Paxton. This is as close as the elbows get to the floor.
Never seen the top of your head before.
Right? See the bald spot?
A little bit. No, just kidding.
I'm going to feel that in the morning.
Yeah, this is really, really neat. All right, so if somebody wants to see more of this and all the other crazy things that you have planned with the Cirque Us, give us the information if you don't mind.
They can head online to theateryoungkidsenjoy.org, and they can get all the ticket and showtimes online.
Impressive. Love it. We will post all of that information and much more on our website, foxrochester.com, after the show this morning. Come on, Abigail. Come on. Yeah. Look at
Never
that.
Never seen that angle either. We're back after this.
As long as I'm not there out by myself. Best bits for this Thursday.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Okay,
That was
stop
wild.
it.
Yeah.
Stop.
That was wild.
That was wild.
Humans bent in half.
I know.
Crazy.
Wow.
I know.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, I really wish I would have known about circus school. So I had a roommate in college who was a gymnast. She was fantastic. She made it to American Ninja Warrior. She was like really, really into all that stuff. And she wanted to go to circus school, and her parents wouldn't let her. And I remember, I thought it was like kind of like a joke when she said that, like, oh, I wanted to go to circus school. And I was like, oh, that's not a thing. But it is a thing.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't realize that either until that segment.
You would have knocked it out of the park with
Yeah,
the clowns.
honestly. Listen, okay, let's face it.
I just went to the chiropractor on Monday.
So
That's where I'm
He's good to
starting
go.
from.
yeah.
Do you think about carpooling though in circus school? It's got to be cramped in that little vehicle.
Clown
Well, they can all bend in different shapes. It's kind of like
That's how you get 19 people in a Volkswagen Bug.
it's like a transformer.
It really is. It really is. Mike also had that great interview about that Hulu docu-series.
Thanks for doing that, Mike.
Yup, more information on our website, foxrochester.com. Hey, that does it for us here on Arc Rochester. Make sure to wake up with us again tomorrow morning, starting at 4:57 on
13 Wham ABC.
That one.
Steph and Mark will be there later today for 13 Wham News at midday.
Bye.